Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tyan Krumpa. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome to the Twin Flame Dynamics that I do every Friday. For those of you that are new, I'm excited to have you here. Glad that you're holding love and space for me as I channel this divine message. Excuse me, you guys. I've been cleansing, and so therefore, things are coming up. I'm literally purging both spiritually and physically, to be quite honest. All right, so what I want to talk to you guys about is the journey. You guys, you need to brace yourself because new beginnings are here. Okay? I know that many of us have been through a lot. The masculines have their inner conflict, their addictions, self-esteem issues, and then their ego problem, right? But we all have issues and we all have problems. The divine feminine has a tendency to be codependent and have issues with attachments. And she also deals with her own control issues. Both have been wounded by this journey. The divine masculine has been wounded by the karmic, and the divine feminine has been wounded by the divine masculine. And even if the divine feminine has caused wounding on her part to the divine masculine, it is only in direct correlation to her response from what the divine masculine has projected towards her. This has left divine feminine with no choice, but some of them have moved on to higher level soulmates. We are all responsible for our choices and our decisions. However, when you know better, you do better. And no one is without excuse. Some of the divine feminines have gotten tired of the lack of consideration when it comes to their sphere of existence. Divine masculine, you feed your karmic a buffet of love, and then when it comes to the divine feminine, you give her breadcrumbs. Then you wonder why the divine feminine is angry or she has an attitude. But you fail to realize that you created the problem. You put other people before her and ignored her. Until the karmic breaks up with you and tear you apart, tear your heart into a million pieces. That's when you come back to the divine feminine wanting to be nursed, like she's your wet nurse. Then you come back to the divine feminine wanting to get in her good graces. It doesn't work that way. When you don't take her feelings and emotions into consideration, don't expect her to be happy. That's a big deal. At least it is to her. The things that have been going on in the twin flame dynamic is unacceptable and inexcusable. The wounding, the bickering, the arguing, the fussing, the fighting, all of this has to cease and desist. Divine feminines, I'm talking to you right now. Stop jumping to conclusions every time Divine Masculine isn't talking to you. It doesn't mean that he's with a karmic or a third party or cheating on you. In Divine Masculine's defense, sometimes they don't want to talk to you because they know that they're guilty of causing you distress and causing you pain, and they don't want to inflict any more on you because they're healing and going through their own storm. They're going through their own obstacles in life themselves. Relationships are not easy. Now take the twin flame relationship or union and magnetize it by 10, and then you'll get the gist of why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because that's just how intense it is. And regular relationships require a lot of work. What makes you think that this won't require a lot of work and patience, being the fact that this is a spiritual relationship and a spiritual connection? The fact that some of you are not in union with your Divine Masculine right now is a blessing in disguise. You don't even know it. You have no idea what your angels, your wayshowers, your guides are doing behind the scenes to protect you. You think you hurting now? Girlfriend, you have no idea of how much protection and shielding that has been done on your behalf to protect you both. Not just you, but him too. But the time has come for both of you to heal. Divine Feminine, you are the only woman that can heal the Divine Masculine. No other woman is equipped, nor do she have the wherewithal or the tenacious spirit to endure the harsh realities that oftentimes our Divine Masculines face. You see. Divine Feminine, quit labeling the divine counterpart as a narcissist. Start looking at this from a higher perspective and recognize that your other half is not only dealing with addictions in this lifetime, but many lifetimes. Carrying this around incarnation after incarnation. So, my dear, please be careful before you label. I don't know if you realize how people react when they're sick, but your Divine Masculine is spiritually sick. He's ill. And I don't know if you know how people act when they're ill, but they don't act like themselves. Doctors and nurses alike will be able to tell you that they are the most difficult people to deal with. You signed a spiritual agreement called a soul contract, which is a spiritually binding contract between you, him, and Source. Some of you even have contracts with a third party who are also playing their parts in this game of life. Relationships can be incredible. They can help us with radical personal growth, as powerful as any spiritual practice. And there's no better example of this than in the twin flame union. What greater thing is there for two human souls than to feel the same way when they are joined together for life. They are there to strengthen each other and to be one with each other in silent, unspeakable memories. The real purpose of a twin flame union, in case you didn't know, it's not about great sex, emotional highs and lows, and an epic love story. It's to awaken you, to shake you up, and to call you to your higher purpose in life. It is a gift presented by the divine, one you can only grasp fully when you've released all the smaller things that you have been so clinging on to for so long. Time has come to let go of all of those things that no longer serve you and to say goodbye to those things. I see people comment all the time that a true twin flame is not supposed to cause you pain. You must not be in a true twin flame relationship because your divine masculine is hurting you. Your divine feminine is hurting you, and they're not supposed to hurt you. These type of people, they misconstrue a soulmate or a life partner with a twin flame. All three have different roles that they play. And all three of them can hurt you. But the twin flame dynamic is a different type of hurt. It's a different type of pain. And I don't care what anybody say, there is not enough written material on twin flames to cover every played out scenario and situation that governs the twin flame dynamic. Because there is different contracts that are involved, different individuals. And the twin flame union, it's not a finite union or a 3D ego-based union. But what the twin flame connection really is, it's an infinite relationship with infinite possibilities with divine direction and protection. It's about leaning 100% on your intuition. They can't write a book that's good enough for me that will help every person on the twin flame journey. You know why? Because one day I sat down and I told my angels I wanted them to help me to write a book for the twin flame collectives. And you know what they told me? Tyann, you're better off writing a book explaining how the twin flames need to connect to their spirit guides and angels for direction in the twin flame journey. Because those are your key players, and if you leave them out, it will be a spiritual and a physical disaster. Each twin flame relationship has a guide that's assigned to both of you and your partner. You share at least one guide because you're one soul. Duh. I'm not telling you anything that doesn't make sense or resonate. I mean, come on. Right? So giving you more insight into the spiritual realm, your best bet is to connect with your angels and your guides and ask them for directions, because everyone has individual soul contracts, 144,000 to be exact. And no two contracts are the same. Okay? Okay. If you follow anything outside of what your inner voice or your spiritual team has told you, I'm telling you now, you will not win at this. And you will fail very miserably because this is a spiritual journey. I don't care how good the person's intentions are to write a book on twin flames. It will not serve you because they don't know your contract. And so therefore, what they're giving you is information that is relative and subjective and can be objectified at any time based off of the turn of events in your relationship. And of course, your divine counterpart is going to hurt you. How else are these deep-seated and strong-rooted pain and traumas and bloodline issues and prejudices and old programmings, how are they going to be addressed if no one triggers you? The twin flame relationship is two people holding trigger guns at one another. So yes, it's supposed to cause you pain, but in a healthy way. Okay? This is what you signed up for, but failed to remember. And in no way, shape, or form am I condoning any type of mental, physical, spiritual, or verbal abuse. Never would I condone anyone to be subjected to any of those, nor put themselves in harm's way. As spiritual as we are, we oftentimes forget that we're dealing with an imperfect human being. Yes, they are perfectly imperfect. But I tell you, the great shift and the mass awakening is here. It's staring us right in the face. Okay? That was a God sign. I love it. Divine masculines now are stepping forward and making amends. They're apologizing. They're saying that they're sorry. They're pouring out their hearts. And these apologies are sincere. They're putting forth the necessary actions to back it up. We all have to embrace ourselves and embrace our divine counterpart. Embrace ourselves because this new beginning is here for us all. Divine feminines, if you really truly love your divine masculine the way that you profess, it is now time for you to take action as well. Divine feminine, cloak your divine masculine in love and light. Pray for him because he needs you right now more than he ever has needed you before. We are soldiers in a spiritual war, and when a soldier is wounded at war, the healthy soldier has to go back and get the wounded soldier. Go back and go after your partner because he is wounded spiritually. He's trapped in the 3D matrix and is unable to see his way out. You, right now, are not the high priestess today, nor are you the empress, but you are the goddess warrior. And this goddess warrior has to heal her god the same way that Isis did for Osiris. You have to do for your divine masculine. Divine masculines, it is not her job to fix you. You have to fix yourself. You have to man up and lead and tell your divine feminine that you got it from here. Real men protect their women. It is not the woman's job to be the protector. We all are a work in progress. No one ever said it was going to be easy, but it will darn sure be worth it. We all got our hang-ups. We all got issues. The twin flame journey is the most beautiful journey to be had. We are perfect mirrors to each other. Your relationship will naturally be extremely intense because twin flames, again, mirror one another. This person, they provide a sense of wholeness. They will help you to elevate your self-knowledge, including knowledge of your flaws and all. And consequently enough, there is a potential for conflict as well as happiness. But rest assured that it is possible to have a happy, healthy, twin flame relationship with your twin flame. However, this is only possible if you can learn to love yourself as your twin flame is a part of you. This love must be honest and unconditional. Otherwise, a part of you will always be driven to reject your twin flame because you are rejecting the part of you that you don't want to face. You can only be as whole as it is humanly possible without your twin. The reason being is because no matter how many meditations, mantras, Reiki sessions, yoga that you do, if you are a true twin flame, you will always have a yearning and a longing for the other half of your soul. You're two individuals sharing one soul. Your soul always will know that the other half of it is missing. And it will go looking for that other half because you're connected at the heart. You're connected by a silver cord that binds you together at the heart that cannot be broken. Even the divine masculines, they go through yearning for you, but they won't tell you. It's time for us all to get ready for this grand reunion that is now staring us in our face. They're all happening in divine order, according to divine planning and divine timing. Divine masculines are now rising to the occasion. They're now seizing the moment and the opportunity to be back in union with their best friend and their lover. It's time for healing, and divine masculines know it. They know that the divine feminine has a healing aura about her. Divine masculines are now focused on this union. Divine masculines are now ready to heal. The twin flame journey is not a one-size-fits-all journey. You're talking about 144,000 individuals that have individual soul contracts for their own personal development and journey. And then you have 144,000 joint soul contracts that spell out the whole twin flame journey. And notice I said individual, which there's no telling how many soul lessons and soul contracts that are floating out there just for you alone, not even including your other half. And then you got a spiritual binding contract with karmic debt, past life traumas that need to be healed and mended, with some heavyweight situations that you both have to face together, not apart. It is a sad situation to know that you two have to do this together, and there will be many of you that will not experience what that is like based off of the non-participation of the other party. And although we may share as a collective similar issues, none of the relationships are the same. And that is what makes your union unique, contrary to popular belief. The twin flame journey is the most rewarding experience to have. And as intense as it can be, it does come with special perks. It does come with unyielding rewards. It does come with a happy ending if you want it to be. I've heard people say that the twin flame journey is not set in stone, but I beg to differ. My angels told me it is a spiritual contract that is a binding contract. And once we get a chance to learn our individual contracts through past life regressions, then you'll know whether you are supposed to be with your divine counterpart or if you're just supposed to help each other spiritually. Okay? When we remove the outside mask and we allow it to fall off, we'll begin to see the truth about the twin flames and how most of us are ascended masters. The twin flames are all advanced souls who chose to divide themselves to experience this journey of love and what we call a seemingly separation. Okay? And when I say that many of us are ascended masters in this dynamic, I'm even talking about those that are still quote unquote unawakened. They might be unaware of this as they have not yet activated the latent codes for their soul DNA. But beneath the outer surfaces, they are highly evolved beings of light, old souls from a higher dimension. Twin flames are here with very specific plans as souls to heal, to enlighten, to uplift everyone that is on this planet in love and light. The two have joined together from our natural origins of love. And we have separated, and we've come into what we call duality, into fear and separation. And to understand why so many people never experience love, most of them, even themselves, and to take these experiences and patterns, to break them open with the power of unconditional love between the two. Because no matter how it seems on the outside, twin flames share an internal love as two souls that are bonded together forever. A bond that has the power to transmute, transform us, both that are in the relationship and the world alike, from the inside out. The twin flame journey is one of unconditional love, but one love, because we are all connected. It's one of mastery, self-mastery, the mastery of self, the evolution of understanding and of transformation. As we alchemize fear into love, polarity into unity, Only those that are advanced are compatible and able to do this. Divided into two. We knew what we signed up for. We knew that this would be a complex journey of manifestation, functioning as an original whole, but with two aspects, each with their own free will and free choice. And we knew that what would unite us and move the whole journey forward is our unconditional love. A twin flame can never be ordinary. Even if we tried, we are extraordinary. The bond, the love, it is an eternal flame, unbreakable bond to the heart, to the next person that you are in union with. So it's a heart-to-heart connection. Twin flames are always connected by the heart cord. That enables the two of them to be able to contact each other and never lose touch. This is the reason why twin flames always keep in touch with one another. You chose to be together, even when you are apart. Your twin had such a love for you that they wanted to never lose touch of you, to always be connected to you. That is what, above all things, enables twins to feel each other's emotions and share memories of information and to be together on an astral plane. This agreement happened before you came to Earth. And when we came into the physical, we became separated. But this cord was meant to ensure that we never lost track of one another. It is why we will always be connected, always in touch, and always in reach. The twin flame heart bond can never be severed on the earthly plane or any plane, as it was formed by our higher selves. This was deliberate, as we knew that the polarity perceptions of earthly conflict could push one or both into a situation of wanting to sever the connection forever. If you look at the two twin flames energetically, you can always see this cord between their hearts. This is the bond of unconditional love. Unfortunately, many twins also have negative cords of attachments to each other based in control, fear, jealousy, suspicion, and even envy that will distract this positive heart connection and create turmoil. And most of you see that showing up in your twin flame union in tarot as the Five of Swords. Okay. If you can just shift your vibration high enough, you can feel your twin soul's love wherever you go. However, when we are down in a low vibration of fear, anger, jealousy, or blame, we are not able to feel this love. We'll only be picking up on our twins' own fear or shame or regret for themselves. Love is a high vibrational energy and frequency, whereas anger, fear, jealousy are low vibrational and negative. They are the opposite side of this spectrum. And this means trying to feel love when you're in a state of fear, it's like being turned onto heavy metal music, which will lower your vibration. It just doesn't work. The signal doesn't come through. You want to be a clear and open channel. Your twin flame through sexual intercourse can heal you and uplift you spiritually. Because this deep connection is very healing, and the power that comes behind intimacy and sexual love between you is strong. It's an act of love that always is an energetic process, aligning your chakras together as your kundalini rises. Your chakra climaxes where the two are connected back to the origins and infused with light. If you've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Me and my husband have this experience every time we're intimate. It never fails. Our love-making sessions are never boring. Let's put it that way. It's electrifying. It's tantalizing, and we both fall into each other. It's like as if we bring heaven onto this earth, and we physically are teleported from this earth into the cosmos, where we build and destroy worlds together. It is as if the world stands still and there's no one that exists outside of him and I. This Kundalini is very powerful, and it's an energetic event that has very strong repercussions on the body, mind, and soul. This can trigger latent spiritual gifts, and it is often the major cause of twin flame telepathy becoming activated. It also can make the other person run because of the intensity and of the feeling. Okay. When you have sex with your twin flame, sex is a site of healing. It's a sanctuary of uplifting and unification. When you make love together, you're merging your energies on the physical and spiritual planes of existence, powerfully advancing the union process, which is what you want. Sex is important between twin flames because you receive new high vibrational downloads from source energy. You balance each other energies. You break through the blockages that are in the chakras, going one from the base all the way to the crown. And each energetic blockage, once it's released, will release a spiritual gift. And each chakra has its own level of what gift there is to be attained. It can be very triggering, and it starts the running process because that old negative Nelly is stirred up. Just know that you're already perfect, and it's not about sacrificing yourself. You don't need to give up your own unique identity in order for you to join your twin. You're not supposed to become a generic ideal of the divine feminine or an earth goddess or idolized by a king. In order to join together in the alchemy of love, no. On the contrary, you need to be as much as you that you can possibly be. Alchemy cannot be done without you, the original you. So celebrate who you are. You are the secret ingredient to this union. That is your whole point. That is the whole intent and point. You two, as unique individuals that you are, sharing a core identity, you see. We are perfectly whole as we are. This is a big lesson for all of us. This union is not just about uniting with your loving other half, but to unify with and love yourself, the darkness and the light alike. Union with self. and not to romanticize the twin flame journey, because it's far from romantic. It's spiritual. And remember that if your twin is running from you, they're not running from you, they're running from themselves. And please know that it is not your fault. It's not your fault at all. It has a lot to do with the energy of fear, which is triggered by the ego. This is the root cause of twin flame running. Twins do not run from their counterpart, but from their own mirror reflection. If your twin is running from you right now, he or she is ultimately running from him or herself, not you. Your twin is just not a runner or a chaser. They are being triggered by energy. Energy is real. There is so much more that I can go into, but I feel like I've covered enough ground and I don't want to overwhelm you, okay? So let's go ahead and end this dynamic from here, and we'll pick up next week. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my wish list on Amazon and it will appear on the channel. Before I go, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, brace yourselves, because new beginnings are here. Your time has come and has come now. Rise to the occasion. Do yourself a favor, stop running. Because no matter what, divine will and purpose will always trump our will. That is the reason why Jesus Christ always said that his will is to do his Father's, because he understood very well the laws that govern the universe. Nothing can be done out of our own will unless the Father wills it. And I've had my last say. I hope that this has helped those of you that have listened to get a better understanding and overstanding of what this twin flame journey is really all about. Because the reason why I did this series is to make sure that you were properly informed, because there's so much misinformation that is out here and is causing you heartache and grief because you're being told lies. For people that are wanting you to buy $6,000, $10,000 programs to get back in union with your twin flame. This is not something that can be bought with money. And yes, of course, I offer my own services, but this is for healing. And yes, I feel like I need to get paid and compensated for the energy exchange. But I find it, even as a doctor, yes, I have programs that are thousands of dollars, okay? But it's a different situation. It's health that I'm charging them for, their health and their supplements and the programs. Okay, that's different. I'm not capitalizing off of them. I'm helping them. Okay, I'm not making false promises telling them that they'll for sure be healed. Okay, I've seen these twin flame people giving free information, and they reel you in because you'll get so wrapped up into their words, and then you'll want to do the programming until you see how much it costs, and then you're like, oh, I'm not doing that, right? I'm here to help you. I'm not making anything off of this video. I provide free information to you all the time. I'm not here trying to convince you or impress you. I'm here trying to impress upon your mind so you can have clarity. So you won't be like me when I was on the twin flame journey and I was abandoned by my husband and I didn't know what to do because I centered my whole life around him, because I was taught to do that through religion. I had no love for self. All the love that I had was built around him because he was supposed to be my head. And I was supposed to be in subjection to my head. So having love for myself would have made me look to religion as being selfish. I was devastated. felt like I was up the creek without a paddle. And no, nobody was a savior for me. No one came after me. The only person that came after me was me. And through research and about 90% of what I know is from my angels and my guides from the spiritual realm, I wouldn't even be here to even give you any advice. I will be stuck somewhere in the 3D matrix, living my life, not really living but existing, thinking that I'm living. I no longer exist in life. I live life now, and it's so freeing. My husband is my best friend. And I would never let anything that's happening in this 3D matrix of illusions in the holographic universe make me lose sight of that, because I know our connection, I know our contract. And I applaud him for his efforts, because it's not easy for the divine masculines. I know I was supposed to end it, but I have to say this because Spirit is putting it on my heart to say it. That man, although he and I have been separated for 2 years, he has made a lot of sacrifices, and he is doing his very best to work hard on himself. And for that very reason, I know he's going to master this lifetime, because he's very determined. He's always been a determined person, and he is the reason why I am awakened fully. I've always been awakening on and off my whole entire life on this journey, on my spiritual journey. But it is my husband that made me want to dive deeper, because he was so advanced spiritually. He gave me the books to read, like the Book of Enoch and the Christian D. Larson books with the subconscious mind. I mean, I can go on and on. Start looking for the positive and the good in your union. Stop dwelling in the negative, because that's 3D. Rise above this. If all of you guys can raise your vibration high enough, I'm telling you, I'm not even giving you any guarantees, but I will give you my word. If you listen to your angels and your guides, raise your vibration high enough, there is nothing that can prevent your union. There is nothing that can stop you from achieving 3D union. I know what I'm talking about. And I have come to the conclusion. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is.